is me, Doc Leesner, the podcast beast, the Prince of Troll, the
He said it with a question mark
Sultan
too.
of Squad,
He's still asking questions.
alongside the Professor John Gotti, the King of Trolls, the King of RG, the Troll Master, the Data Analyzer Ninja, the Conqueror, ladies and gentlemen, the Conqueror of his own fate, the Terminator. And yes, I think you just picked something off the floor. So yes, that makes you the Cleaner.
Best podcasting machine, the finisher. Who's ready for story time with John Gotti, baby?
It's a story time with John Gotti.
As I'm with that podcasting beast, as Doc and Prof are always tranquilo, Doc, el idolo. How are you doing, man? It's a lot.
Trolling and rolling, my friend. Trolling and rolling.
He's just nope. We can't do that. That will be
Yeah.
copyrighted. Nope. You put me in that position too, by the way.
Nope. Did no such thing. No such thing happened. But we got Thursday night football again. It feels like just 3 hours ago when the Bucks and Cowboys played.
I mean, this is kind of shows how much we missed NFL football.
Without question. But we have the New York Football Giants going to FedEx Field to take on the Washington football team, which I'm really looking forward to them picking a name. Like, I know it takes some time and you got to vet through and make sure you have all the copyrights and all that stuff. But
I mean, unless you ask the baseball team out there in Cleveland, Ohio, I mean, it didn't take them that long.
But see, the thing about it is, like, obviously it probably did take them long, but they didn't drop their name mid-season either. So, they was like, let's hold off, guys. Let's wait.
Well, they didn't. The football team didn't drop it mid-season, right? Wasn't it at the end of the season?
No, it was like mid-season. It's been a long time.
It felt like it's been a while.
It was pretty quick because I remember it was like Madden last year had, unfortunately, the Redskins, and then it like mid-season changed over to football team. And then that's when they also, because I remember that update because they also added Colin Kaepernick into the game again. So,
yeah, that was actually pretty bad.
But
that
I'm
is
looking
still a
to
very controversial moment, unfortunately.
Yeah. I will say that based on what I've seen, I do think that he is still better than many of the backup quarterbacks in the league, I will say. And he should get an opportunity, but we're not here to talk about Colin Kaepernick. We don't want that Colin watch to start. We don't want Cap watch again. Cap watch is rough.
It was very rough because people were just saying the most asinine things.
But we got Giants, we got Washington football team, NFC East action. Giants obviously didn't look good. They finished 29th in rushing after week 1. Obviously, the football team finished 12th. Giants, a lot of people are questioning whether Saquon Barkley is healthy, but he's not trying to use that injury as an excuse for his poor performance.
No. I mean, honestly, it was really just the Giants' offense, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Danny Dimes didn't play his best game, and I mean, they just got punched in the mouth, honestly, if you really think about it.
I know, I agree.
It was both the offense and the defense, if you're really going to be, quite blunt about it.
I mean, I didn't want to be LeGarrette Blunt about it, but I can agree with that. I think they definitely got punched in the face. If you know what I mean.
Okay. I do. We're going to move on from that.
But no, I do agree. I think it depends. Leave it up to some of the Giants fans, obviously, that I know. Um, they immediately really think that Danny Dimes is not the guy. Um,
Still too soon to say.
which
People they were saying that after he had his first snap.
and I'm just like,
Like
man, you
I
got to
get
give
it,
him a
you know,
chance.
you're in that tri-state area and expectations supposed to be like out of control, but like Giants fans giving Danny Dimes way too much heat, in my opinion.
Yeah, he got way too much heat. I mean, he went what 22 for 37, 267 last week, one touchdown, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, no picks. Um, that's to
A clean
me
game.
that's a pretty clean game. Saquon Barkley, however, which quick stat, he had 10 carries for 26 yards. Daniel Jones had 6 carries for 27 yards.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at that as like a huge thing. That's more of flow of the game and the defense, you know, created that space for Daniel Jones to be able to get those rushing yards. So I'm not
Okay.
gonna look too deeply into that.
But this is the same thing that we said with the Cowboys last week, running obviously Ezekiel
Mm-hmm.
only 11 times. And I felt like they just gave up on the running game. Um, but
Well,
the bright light
that's
here,
play calling. That's play
well,
calling.
yeah,
That is all play
and
calling there.
yeah, they weren't even trying to run against that Bucks defense. They said, forget this. Let's just air it out. Let's just air it out. But I wouldn't want to go toe to toe with Tom Brady and those Buccaneer wide receivers. I would want to tire out that front seven the best I can. Um,
Absolutely.
but but that's probably going to be the key to beating the Bucks is to run right at them and act like you're not scared. Keyword: act like you're not scared, but you're terrified. But bright spot here: Sterling Shepard, 7 catches, 113 yards, and a
Mm-hmm.
touchdown. Kenny Galladay, who was their free agent acquisition, 4 catches for 64 yards. So it seems like I said, Danny was hitting them. Um,
They just couldn't score.
they just
They
couldn't.
got stifled
I do see here
by a
defensively.
really still a really good Broncos defense. Like I feel like we are drastically undervaluing the power of the Broncos defense because of how bad the Broncos offense been for the past couple of seasons.
And that's why I was saying that I felt like people weren't really giving Teddy B his respect. As if he didn't dominate in Louisville. He didn't dominate in Minnesota before the injury. And even when he went to New Orleans, he dominated before getting to Carolina and playing okay in Carolina. I
Yeah,
don't think that was a great fit, but and they lost McCaffrey also. So
it
um,
was just a sequence of unfortunate circumstances.
big time. But the Giants, they have to. I think you have to look at it. And when I had a conversation with my cousin, he was just like, "Oh my God, the Giants stink. The offensive line stinks." My brother said the same thing. The offensive line stinks. But it was like, remember, one of their offensive linemen retired, and then you had another offensive lineman last year. You know that they listen. They just need to find offensive linemen.
Yeah,
You know, Hernandez is good. I thought. I never thought they should have went after Nate Solder. I thought that was a mistake.
that was a terrible mistake.
Andrew Thomas is starting to kind of look like a bust. It's very unfortunate. I know last season he had a hard time, and Georgia linemen are usually better than this. Um, but
And it could just be a matter of him having to change the scenery too.
very possible. Maybe yeah, because yeah, it's possible. It's very definitely possible. And then Sean Lemay, I feel like he's a solid player. I do like Billy Price, who they have on their bench. They can easily slide him in at guard if they really need to, also. So it's not like they don't have the pieces. I just think that they need to bring it together. They have
Yeah,
Kyle Rudolph.
find a way to click. I mean, Kyle Rudolph, who's a beast in the red zone.
And they have Evan Ingram, so
Yep.
it's not like they're, as you like to say, drizzling crap. They just have to figure out a way to get together, right? Now on the other side, you got something completely different because on the other side, you got the Washington football team, who, I mean, they just lost their quarterback. They actually have Tyler Heineken, who is going to have to take over. And
Taylor Heineken.
Tyler,
Nope. Nope. No, you can't say the same thing. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
you know me. It's Tyler. Just kidding. It's Taylor. Taylor Heineke, which I'm surprised they didn't go with Kyle Allen, but Heineke played really well in the playoffs and in the season last season also.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're another team. Logan Thomas. They got Terry McLaurin, um, Adam Humphreys, Curtis
Yep.
Samuel. So they have some speed.
Antonio
Obviously,
Gibson.
yeah, Antonio Gibson, who I can't believe the Bucks let him go. I was so disappointed. Um,
Again,
but
sometimes it could just be a matter of just change the scenery.
well, we didn't even give him a chance, and that's the part that bothered me. We didn't even give him a shot. I think he was one of those late round picks, and yeah, we just let him go. And I really hated it, but actually, no, I think maybe there was another Gibson at that time. Yeah, maybe there was another Antonio Gibson at that time. I feel like we drafted somebody with the same name and then we let him go, but maybe this was the one that they drafted. So I take that back. I don't wish we kept him because we never had him. But he's a pretty solid back. Uh, you know, he started off the season very well. Obviously, 20 carries, 90 yards. Um, he did fumble twice in that loss to the Chargers, and he did lose one. So we'll have to make sure that he handles that, or they'll be using J.D. McKissick soon.
Yep.
And we talked about this last week when the Bucks fumbled those few times, and then obviously with the Browns and Nick Chubb fumbling at a crucial moment of the game. A team like the Washington football team doesn't need to be giving the ball away. They
Nope.
need to take away. They need to take care of the ball and actually
Not only
uh,
just taking care of the ball, but also converting on third down as well too.
big time, big time.
Like
Um,
the defense, the defense gave up 14 out of 19 third down conversions
mm,
against the Chargers.
Go Chargers, go!
Yikes. But Doc, we do have Thursday night
Football
football
team.
tonight. Who do you
I
got?
got the football team.
I'm gonna better get my question out there before you say that.
I got the football team. Their defense is too good right now.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the football team. I feel like unless and you hear me say this before, I dislike so much passing
mm,
attacks on Thursday night football.
true.
It's usually a run heavy night outside of last week. That's
Of
totally different
course.
circumstance. So I'm going to go with the football
Exactly.
team. I think Antonio Gibson's going to have a really good night carrying the ball. I see him at least running for 110 yards. And the New York Football Giants just won't be able to get their offense clicking unless they establish the run because their passing attack is dedicated on how well they can run the ball.
Yeah, I think there is going to be an interesting. There's going to be an interesting dynamic to see Daniel Jones sacked so many times tonight. I just got that strong feeling.
Yikes. Chase Young is coming for you, Daniel.
Chase Young is coming for you, but yeah, just that strong defensive front, and it's gonna be tough.
Yikes.
But we're looking forward to some football. Obviously, college football this weekend. Hopefully, we got some good games coming along. Hopefully that people can freaking remain in the top 25.
Well, I mean, a lot of teams can still remain in the top 25 with a loss. It's just how far will they fall?
You know who I'm looking forward to seeing this weekend, and just to see how it happens. I'm looking to see how USC rebounds. I don't think they play this particular weekend, but I'm looking to see how they rebound after firing a coach, which I guess is a good reason for them to fire a coach this particular week because it gives them some time to get over it, right?
I can see that.
So yeah, so hopefully USC comes back. Obviously,
And
we didn't talk.
they do play this week.
Do
Yeah, they play this
they
week.
Washington State?
Yep.
Why didn't show me on that other schedule? Sometimes these schedules, man, they just need to get it together. So they
Well,
do play
they
Washington
they, they
State.
tend to they like a lot of sites tend to just show like the top 25, and then they kind of screw stuff up when they really expand it out to like there's a lot of games every single week.
We wish Dante Williams, the interim head coach, the best of luck. Hopefully, he's able to lead those Trojans.
I can understand that. The game I'm looking forward to watching actually is number 10 Penn State hosting Auburn. I think that's going to be a really good
Yeah,
game.
that should be a good one. I mean, I'm always looking forward to any Alabama game, but Alabama versus Florida should be good. I think that should be a good one. Also, Arizona State,
Against BYU.
BYU. Low key, last one, I would say that might be a really good one. Virginia versus UNC. That would be my other game that I'll probably try to
You
peek
know
at real
what? Another one that I would say too, since you're going to throw in another one you might peek
quick. No,
into.
peek. Yeah, peek.
Number 17, Old Miss hosting Tulane.
Because Tulane has been really doing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
In fact,
yeah.
that might be my dark horse game for an upset this week.
Uh-oh.
If Tulane plays the way that they played these past 2 weeks, they can shock.
Mm-hmm.
They can shock.
The system. That was perfect. Adam Cole, baby. But, Donnie, I know the people heard this show on their favorite podcast platform. But if they didn't, they can always go to our website at www.debateamongstfriends.com, not only to hear this episode, but all of the previous. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as we go over this Thursday night game between the Giants and the football team of Washington. But we'll also be delivering the news, the analysis, and the reads.
Adam Cole, baby.